Too many people think that criminal court for tax evasion is just a scare tactic. Accountants and other financial advisors tell people, you won't be charged. This interview may change your mind.
I'm Christina Chernesky, and I'm talking to Richard today, who has a cautionary tale to share with us. Richard, I understand that you've had a first-hand experience with a tax man. Can you tell us all about it?
Well, Christina, this spring I was called into criminal court on charges of tax evasion. It's the kind of thing I just really can't believe it happened to me, or that it could happen to anybody. But I never thought of myself as a criminal, that's for sure, but I guess the judge saw it differently.
So I'm just wondering how this happened to you in the first place.
Well, it all started, it was sort of a big mistake. I'm a self-employed consultant in the creative field, and my business fell on hard times about 5 years ago, and I was working out of town, and then I completed a contract, but when I got back, I wasn't finding any new clients, I wasn't bringing in any income, and well, it all just sort of got away from me, I guess.
So tell us how that all unfolded.
Well, it was a case where things in my life just kind of got away from me. I was, things weren't going well, I was physically not well, and I wasn't working, and when it came time to do the tax return, I just couldn't get my head around getting all the records together and doing that whole thing. So I thought, well, it can wait. I don't really have any income. I didn't have any money in the bank to pay the taxes anyway. And so as a result, I guess the whole thing got away from me, and I didn't, I thought I could pick it up when my affairs got together better.
So you thought you could get it all fixed up before the year came and went, and what happened after that? Because it sounds like you started to slip behind.
Well, yes, exactly. I wasn't all that stressed out about it. I figured it was just a tax return, and I mean, I've been paying huge amounts of taxes for years, I mean, my whole working life, and then, you know, I have one problem, and suddenly, bam, the tax man is right on me.
Did he come to your house?
Well, no, that didn't happen, but I got a demand to file, I think they said they sent me, but what can I say? You know, personally, I was in a really bad place then. I mean, I wasn't really opening my mail or keeping up on affairs like that, and so I just didn't really think there was a problem. But at a certain point, after a couple of years, then things really started to get ugly.
Now, I think you had to face criminal charges.
That's right.
What did you think when all of that happened? I can't believe that.
I thought it was crazy. I was a criminal because I just didn't send in my taxes. I don't know. So I talked to a friend of mine who was a lawyer. I told him what was happening. So he gets really quiet suddenly, you know, and says, "Okay, this is serious stuff. You got to get yourself a lawyer. You're going to have to go to court. You're going to have to face charges and all this." I just couldn't believe it. It seemed incredible.
Well, at that point, you must have felt helpless. Did you realize that tax evasion was a crime?
Well, see, this is the thing. I didn't really think of it as tax evasion. I thought, well, I just hadn't sent in my taxes yet. You know, it was a sort of thing I just got behind in my affairs, and the fact that the idea that it was a criminal offense, to be honest, it really never crossed my mind at all. I mean, the most I did, well, first, let me tell you what I did then. I phoned up the firm that had helped me prepare my taxes.
Okay, yeah.
And they passed me around, and no one seemed to want to talk to me. So finally, I found someone who could take my call. And they said, "We can't help you. You better get a lawyer, buddy." So that's how I ended up in criminal court. I went down there. I had to stand in court with a bunch of criminals and thugs and punks, and, you know, fresh from the night's mischief. And there was me there, and all these hard types, and some confused kid from the suburbs, and me there in my gray suit standing up there, and I had to go before a judge, and he set a date for my trial and sent me away.
Was there a lot of money, Richard, involved?
The last year I worked, yes, there was a fair amount of income. We're not talking 6 figures or anything, but you know, substantial income. It's not enough. I don't know why they would come after me, you know, chasing down a $1 million corporation or something.
Okay, so you went to trial in criminal court. Right. What did that feel like?
Well, it was like something out of a really bad movie. There's the judge up on the bench, and my 2 lawyers, the Crown's lawyer and my defense lawyer, and they're running around like a couple of big crows in their black outfits. It was bizarre. They demanded all the past records of my tax records for all the past years, and everything. I mean, bank records, credit cards, business, everything. And they even brought in my accountant to testify. And I had to stand there and listen to the judge tell me that I had been found guilty, 2 counts of tax evasion, criminal offense.
What was your sentence?
Well, it was a pretty big fine, thousands of dollars, money I obviously didn't have at the time.
So it's over, you're free and clear, is that right?
Well, I don't know if you could say free and clear when you've got a record.
Yeah.
I mean, a criminal record. So this means that, you know, I can't travel out of the country. I'm a criminal.
Yeah, so you've got that conviction on your record. You just said you can't travel out of the country. You have that criminal record. It obviously can't feel good.
Well, no, it's terrible. It's a nightmare.
But I just can't believe, you know, I can't believe the story. Richard, can you believe that it actually happened to you?
You know, I still don't. It seems unreal. I mean, I'm supposedly a criminal. I didn't hurt anybody. In fact, I'm the only one who got hurt here. So I guess what it boils down to, I just had no idea that it could get so serious.